beautiful people, and welcome to Top Notes by A. Guys, today I'm sharing Middle Eastern fragrances that I have hauled throughout my hiatus from YouTube. If you guys are interested, then stay tuned. Guys, before I share my Middle Eastern haul with you guys, know that this is Top Notes by A for those of you visiting the channel for the first time. To all my returning viewers and subscribers, thank you so much for supporting the channel, hanging in there with me. I do have an Instagram that I've been posting on more lately, so if you want to see any new fragrance that I have added to the collection, check my Instagram. I will leave the handle here. It's Top Notes by A, same as the channel on YouTube. So guys, without talking too much, the first fragrance that I added is Lane from Lattafa. This fragrance, let me open it. Maybe I should have opened it before I started. So this fragrance I think might be from their Pride line, I'm not sure, but all I can tell you is that if you're looking for a good green mango fragrance, then this is the fragrance for you. It is so good. Oh, it's such a good green mango fragrance. Straight up, this fragrance comes off like it should sell for more than the price that you're paying for. I got mine from Joma Shop, if you care to know. Moving on, guys, another fragrance that I have added to my collection is from Maison Alhambra. I just did a dedicated review of this fragrance, so I'm not sure which one I'll post first, but check it out on my channel. This, if you're looking for a good vanilla fragrance that is not edible but a good layering fragrance, then check Athena by Maison Alhambra. This is a very good vanilla fragrance. Oh, oof. It's my scent of the day actually. This is so good. I move on. Guys, I finally was able to get my hands on Affection by Lattafa, Affection Love by Lattafa. This one is a great dupe for Young Pistachio Gelato. I want to say 33. It might be 33. I only say 33, but from Kayali. This is a great dupe. I do have that fragrance. I did a dedicated review of that fragrance. If you want a good pistachio, creamy pistachio ice cream fragrance, then try this. If you don't want to buy the Kayali, this is a great replacement for that. I move on. Another fragrance that is recently added to my collection is also from Lattafa, and this is Lattafa Hair Confession. Guys, this one is a dupe for Blanche Bed. I also have a dedicated review on this fragrance, but without the milky notes that you get in Blanche Bed. You do get creamy but not milky, so it's a great dupe, like 85% dupe of Blanche Bed. If you don't have the budget for Blanche Bed, guys, when you wear this in the dry down, nobody will know. I move on. The other fragrance that I have added, I really do not like the bottle. Now, I don't like the cap, not the bottle. I love the bottle, I don't like the cap. I don't even know why this was done, but talk about your gourmand, talk about your vanilla fragrance. This is so good. Sir by Lattafa has been everywhere, and I bought it when it first dropped. Actually, I did fall for the hype. I bought it when it first dropped, and I've used it like maybe 3 times. Not that I've been using it, I've used it like 3 times, and I love the fragrance, except that I did have a lot of fragrances to test, so it seems like I've not been able to use this. And by the time that I got it, I actually felt like it would be more appropriate for the cold weather months that we are about to embrace. So I think starting from like next 2 weeks, I'll start pulling this out more frequently. But this is so good. Oh, this is good. This is good. I move on. I just don't like the cap, so I usually store it like that, but for video purposes I put on the cap. Another Lattafa fragrance, maybe this video should be called the Lattafa fragrances that I have hauled, is Eclair. This one has been compared to Blanco Latte, and I get it because I do have a sample of Blanco Latte, and when I first got this fragrance I compared the two, and I see why it's been compared to Bianco Latte. It also reminds me of Cascade, Caramel Cascade from Paris Corner. So do you need a Blanco Latte? Do you need Eclair? Do you need what do you call it, Paris Corner, Caramel Cascade, which I should have brought because it's new to my collection too. I don't think you need all three. If you have one, you have both. If you have one, you have Blanco Latte. If you have Caramel Cascade, you have Eclair. That is my humble opinion. So I do not think that you need all of them. So I'm about to actually declutter what do you call it, Caramel Cascade. My Wendy actually loves Caramel Cascade, so it will go to her. You don't need all three, but know that I've added all three to my collection. Not added all three, I've added Eclair, and I've added Caramel Cascade, and I do have a sample of Bianco Latte, which I think they are the same fragrance actually. You know, in the dry down when you're wearing it, seriously guys, it's not that serious. I move on. Another fragrance that I have added to my collection is from Fragrance World, I think. Yeah, it's from Fragrance World, but this is their Artisan Perfumery. And the fragrance is supposed to dupe boho boko brown sugar, red wine brown sugar, something like that. I will leave the fragrance that this is duping in here, and I'll also put it in the description bar. But know that this one, I've never smelled that boho boko fragrance, but this one I got it in early August, and this is it. That's how much I love this fragrance. Oh my god, it's so good. It's powdery. That wine that you get here, it's well done, it's well fermented in a good way. Maybe I should do a dedicated review for you guys. This one, I wore it so much to bed. Like the first 4 weeks that I had this fragrance, for the first 4 weeks, this is what I wore to bed every single night. My sheets, my pillow, my comforter, everything was smelling like this fragrance. And then my niece Nicole actually wears this to school, so we are like almost done. And I did place an order from Fragrance by the Sea. That is where I got this fragrance from. Moving on. The reason why I actually got brown sugar, this one, is because I was trying to find a dupe for Hibiscus Marajade, and I was told that this one, Hibiscus Magic, is a great dupe for Hibiscus Marajade. And I got this one, and then I found brown sugar and I just added it, and I actually happened to fall in love with brown sugar. This one, from my sample of Hibiscus Marajade, this one doesn't open quite like it, and then in the middle of the fragrance it cannot dupe Hibiscus Marajade, and then in the dry down it dupes it about maybe 70%. That is what I get. So this one, I haven't been using it that much. I have used it but not much, and it's getting thicker and it's getting actually green, so it's getting really good. Ooh, I should start using this one. I move on, guys. So I was on Instagram and I was on Top Note by Tope. So Top Note by Tope, actually I found this fragrance house from her Instagram posting. This one is from French Avenue. Until then, I have never heard about French Avenue. So she had like 3 of these fragrances, fragrance pictures on her Instagram, and I looked into the house. I was able to only find this one called Liquid Brawn. Guys, it's in the same family that caramel, that vanilla, gourmand vibe that you get from Eclair, that you get from Caramel Cascade, that you get from Serre by Lattafa. It's in the same family as those fragrances. So if you are a gourmand lover, then you will really enjoy Liquid Brawn from French Avenue. I move on. Guys, we all know about the 8 Middle Eastern fragrance of 2024. This one is Lattafa Candy, Yara Candy. This one, oh my god, I waited a little bit when the hype died down before buying this fragrance, but I've had it since maybe 2-3 weeks after it dropped, I had this fragrance in my collection, and let me tell you, it doesn't smell like any fragrance that I have smelled, you know, any sweet fragrance that I have smelled in a while. It's not duping anything for me. It's not duping any of the Kayali fragrances that other people say is duping. I feel like this is an original creation by Lattafa. That is just my opinion, and I'm sticking to it because I have tested both of them, and it's not duping that for me. This is a fragrance on its own, and I love it. I think this is the best Lattafa Yara. The Yara, this is the best one. I've tried the original Yara, and I've tried the Yara, the orange one, Yara Tooth, that mango Yara. This one I think is the best of them. I've never tried the white one, and I've never tried the white one. I don't know what the white one, the name of the white one, but I've never tried that one. But I've tried the yellow one. Is it yellow or orange? I've tried that one, the one with the mango. I have tried it. It's a good fragrance. I actually bought it for Wendy, and I tried it. It's nice, but this is nicer. This is beautiful. Love this fragrance. It's the 8th fragrance of 2024 for me. I think it's one of my best buys of 2024. I move on. Guys, if you want a good unboxing fragrance, a fragrance that you can layer with another fragrance, a fragrance that, you know, it's ozonic, it's light, then this fragrance is for you. It's called Soothing Zephyr. This is from Paris Corner. I got this and I wore it twice. The only reason why I will declare this from my collection is that anytime I spray it, I may use it as a room spray, because if it touches my skin, I start to itch. So this one is going to be like a room spray for me. I'm not going to be using this, but it's a very good unboxing fragrance. Ooh. So I finally was able to get my hands on Vibrant Vetiver Delight. This is duping by Rado Ball de Freak, and I see it. When I first got this fragrance, I use it so much. I think for the first 2 weeks that I had this fragrance, I was putting it on every single morning that I work out. I was working out with this fragrance, and then I had to stop myself from wearing it. I was afraid that if I ran out of it, because it took me a while before I actually found this fragrance. I don't know, for some reason, every time I go on fragrance by.ca, I can't find it. And one day I was placing orders for some other fragrances, and I found it. So I stopped using it because I'm afraid I will not find it again for some reason. But I love this fragrance very, very much. I move on. Another fragrance that I have added to the collection is from Paris Corner, and this is Marge Apotini. This one, you have cardamom, you have bergamot, you have apple, you have rum, you have brandy, you have pineapple, and of course you have ambroxan in this fragrance. And when I put on this fragrance, I do get like a good, slightly boozy apple pie. That's what I get from this fragrance, and I love that smell. I cannot use this fragrance again for the same reason why I cannot use Soothing Zephyr. It's because whenever this touches my skin, it itches and I get like bumps on my skin. So I cannot use this. I can spray it in my clothes and it's okay, but this cannot touch my skin. But I love the scent profile. I love the scent profile, but whenever it touches my skin, I start to itch, and I don't know. I really don't know, but know that I've had this in my collection, and maybe it might just go out of the collection again. I don't know. Moving on. So guys, I was on Joma Shop shopping, and I came across this Lattafa fragrance called Velvet Rose. Guys, if you don't like rose fragrances, but you want to dip your toes into a good rose fragrance, then this is a watered down rose fragrance. This is a fresh fragrance. This is your clean but better. This is your skin but better. You know, you bathe with a rose scented soap, or you put on a rose scented lotion. This is the fragrance for you. Love everything about this fragrance. It's more watery. It's more light. It's not your heavy duty fragrance. It's a good fragrance to go to bed with. It's a good fragrance when you're just running errands. You know, you're going out to do your groceries, you're hanging out with your girls, but you don't want to smell like overpowering. Then this is a good fragrance from Lattafa. It's called Velvet Rose. I love this fragrance. I'll be working out with this fragrance tomorrow. Actually, this will be my workout fragrance. Moving on, guys, I think I have 6 more to go. I just got this fragrance in my mail. This one is called Ajahib. This one, I have watched it. I've watched a couple of reviews on this fragrance. I've not opened it, but they said it's a good mango fragrance, and I actually want to build my mango fragrance collection. So I wanted to start with something that I have watched other people talk about, that they rave about. I haven't opened this one, but I just added this to the collection. I think it came yesterday. Moving on, guys, so I also added Cadlage La Prestige, and this is Royal. That is also supposed to be a good dupe for Hibiscus Marajad. So I think this one, versus this one, I think this one dupes Hibiscus Marajad better, in my humble opinion. I think this one dupes it more of like 85 to 90%, both in the opening and in the dry down. Not so much in the middle of the fragrance, but I think in the opening it dupes it very well, and then in the dry down it also dupes it very well. I also got the Le Prestige Empress, and I forgot what this fragrance is duping, but I bought it because I was on the Cadlage website and I needed to get free shipment, so I added this fragrance to my collection. I have too many fragrances on to tell you the fragrance note, like what I'm getting, but know that it's good. There is a floral note in here that is really good, guys. So to wrap up the video, because I don't want it to be too long, I have 3 fragrances that I added, and they are all from Paris Corner. This is from the autobiography line. You have Citron Vanilla, you have Supreme Gold, and you have Oh Boy. And I got all 3 from Aroma Concept. So if you check Aroma Concept, all 3 you can find it at Aroma Concept. I just love the bottle of the fragrances. This summer when I got this, I used it maybe about 3 times for working out, and then the rest I have not actually used them. So I'm going to try and use them, bring it back when I do Life After Maceration. And I know I did not come out with that, Adwoa came out with that, but I want to start bringing like fragrances that I have had in my collection and I've used for a while, and I can give you my honest opinion, like, has the fragrance profile changed, has anything gotten better, or has it gotten worse? That being said, guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Until I see you on another video, stay blessed, smell fabulous, and bye for now.